Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the world. I'm in here, and this is kind of scary. And yeah. So, wait, can you even see that? There you go. There you go. So it's absolutely terrible. And, wow, it's also cold. Look at that! What is going on there? Ah! No, it's the end of the world. I was gonna talk about something. I don't know what I was gonna talk about. I'm making a document. I'm making a game design document, and it's long, but I really enjoy it for some reason. I really enjoy doing the document for some reason. Right now I'm doing like, it's funny. There was features, like unique features to the game, and I was writing, and I have like 4 pages. It was supposed to be like quick features. Anyways, it wasn't quick features. Like quickly say like features. Oh, it's unique at this and this and this, which is this, and then this. It's literally like each. I'm listing every mechanic, and it's all like 3 pages long. So I'm gonna have to move that to mechanics actually from unique features and just make the unique features a lot shorter. Also, I found the instrumental version to Ghost Assassin, which is really awesome. I love that. I love that I found that. Because that can be like an after the battle thing, right? In Kingdom Hearts 2, where you have Sanctuary after the battle and all that. And maybe I'll go here. Woo! Oh, terrible stuff. Oh, no. It's terrible even here. Anyways, yeah. I don't know if this will be long, because I don't know what I was going to be talking about. But I guess today we could be talking about a character. What is that? I don't know what that is. Like that. What is that? I don't know. I don't want to touch. I don't want to. What is that? Wait, what is that? Oh, it's cigarettes. I thought it was treasure or a piece of a body. Anyways, yes. I'm okay. No. This. I'm trying to think of what character I should be talking about. I guess I will be talking about the protagonist. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about the protagonist. Today I found like this cool webcomic. It's called like MB Times or something like that. MBT, like not the I, but that. Never mind. And like that gave me an idea that that didn't give me an idea. I had this idea like a week before that it could be so cool to like actually have more emphasis. Oh no, my hand. To have more emphasis on the on the protagonists, on the MBTI's personality, 16 personality. It's not 16 personalities anymore. It's 16 protagonists. Get wrecked. Yeah, so let's look at that. Let's look at like that. So the protagonists, I have 16 of them. Actually, there's more than 16. There's 18, possibly even more. So the odd protagonists are the multi-protagonist, which Zephyr wears, which basically connects the player to Zephyr. The multi-protagonist looks like a Undertale-ish heart, like diamondy, right, ruby-ish, and it's quite awesome because it makes sense. It's like 2 people together working as one. So it's basically 2 protagonists put together, and that's really powerful. It's one of the most powerful and rare protagonists ever. By the way, protagonists, I don't know if I explained it. Protagonists are like these amulets that people wear, and protagonists are made from living stone, and living stone is the thing that makes the books, the games, like all these worlds possible. It makes characters possible, and it gives authors and characters powers. And the stronger the living stone, the more powers you can have, the bigger the world can be. And it's kind of like, if you're a Dead Open author and you've been doing it for like 25 years, creating worlds and all that, and creating characters, then you get a very strong protagonist. But if you do anything against, like if you start killing people with the protagonist or something, then the Dead Open clock will know. The clock will know, unless you make some arrangement where you can kill people and you're okay with that. The grand offer, who are behind the clock, the protagonist, Livingstone, clock tower. That it's basically like, it's kind of like Wi-Fi. It's kind of like Wi-Fi. That tower is kind of like Wi-Fi, and it makes sure that every protagonist works, that every protagonist gives their unique powers and all that. And it should be where the final fight is, at the tower, exactly. And oh, my hand hurts. I'm gonna have to put the phone in my other hand. All right. So next up, with the protagonist, we have the antagonist, because we have protagonists, which there are 16 of them, and there are 4 of each group, and we'll get to that for the MBTI thing. But then you have the antagonist, and the antagonist is a protagonist that turns evil. Either offers will turn you into an antagonist, and an antagonist, so they are usually worn by madhouse figures. And madhouse figures are these characters that are created by authors, or used to be created by authors, to destroy worlds if they needed to be destroyed. So if there was some kind of criminal that needed to be killed, they used a madhouse figure to get rid of them. They used to do that. So madhouse figures used to destroy worlds. They used to destroy worlds. They used to kill characters that had to be killed. And obviously there are some rogue madhouse figures. And when madhouse figures started to be rogue and started to have emotions, because the antagonist is still quite, it's still Livingstone. And Livingstone gives characters emotions. You can create a dead open character, and it can live. It can, exist. But a dead open author, when they create a character, they write how it acts, they write the basics, they give it the bio thing, and then it acts on that, kind of like a robot. But if you give them an actual, really strong Livingstone, a good Livingstone, then they become like a real person. They grow real feelings like a real person. So they become a real character, basically. They become a real person. And that's what that happened with madhouse figures. They started growing emotions, and since they were created to murder and kill, well, they started killing and murdering people. So Zaynton trapped them all in the silent world. The silent world, it's scary. It's scary. Anyways, that's the antagonist. It's basically a protagonist that turns dark. When you turn dark yourself, when you turn into a serial killer or something horrible, then your protagonist turns dark. It turns evil. It starts turning into an antagonist. This is what actually happens, or would happen, with Zephyr if he takes too much darkness. His protagonist, icon, logo, thing, would actually start turning dark, because he's turning into a madhouse figure. He's turning into an antagonist, and it's not because of him necessarily. It's just because there is literally a madhouse figure growing inside of him, and that's a problem. that is quite problematic, if I'm being honest with you. But let's get to the protagonist. There are 16 of them, 16 main protagonists, and you have it's by MBTI, so you can watch MBTI videos for how the protagonists are basically split up. But I realized that there is a problem with MBTI, and there's a problem with every personality test, and that problem, ladies and gentlemen, that problem is that it's not always accurate. And sometimes you take the test multiple times and you get 3 different answers. So sometimes you get INTJ, sometimes you get INTP, sometimes you get ENTP. So what are you? Well, the funny thing is that you're always an analyst. You are always an analyst. And so I had this brilliant idea. You already have, the diplomats, the analysts, the sentinels, and the explorers. So that's perfect. I can use that kind of like Hogwarts houses, right? Where first, if there ever was a protagonist test, it would just be you picking if you're taking the test and seeing if you're a sentinel, if you're an explorer, if you're a diplomat, or if you're an analyst. And then you could go further on and have a specific type of an analyst, diplomat, explorer, or sentinel. There are 4 in each. And diplomats or analysts are my favorite because they're grouped really nicely. But for some stupid reason, sentinels and explorers are like switched. Cause look at this. Diplomats all have an F as their middle letters. An F. And it's the two middle letters that are, I think, the most important. The most important letters are the two middle ones. Those are really important. So it's intuition and feeling. Okay, so the diplomats have intuition and feeling. They all have an F. So it's not confusing when you look at those weird letters. You just have to understand that they're, that the two middle letters, if they're an F, it's a diplomat. It's a diplomat in that case. Analysts, also great. If the two middle letters are NT, so intuition and thinking, that's an analyst. So all of the analysts have two middle letters, NT. But here's where the stupid explorers and sentinels come in. And I'm not saying that they're stupid if you're a sentinel or explorer. Don't worry. That's not what I mean, of course. But it's just grouped so... It's so weird. I think like that the explorers all have P's at the end, and sentinels all have J's at the end. I'm pretty sure. If it's switched, then I'm gonna look stupid. But yeah. So it's basically like that. But the two middle letters are SF or ST, and it's like switched. And that's really stupid. It's really stupid. So how can you tell if someone is a sentinel? You take S and J. So the second letter and the last letter, the fourth letter. SJ. If they have SJ, they're a sentinel. If they have SP, second letter S, and a last letter P, then they are an explorer. But that's stupid. Why isn't... I don't understand why it was made like this. Why aren't explorers just like like STs and sentinels like SFs, right? Why isn't it like that? Why couldn't it be like that? Would that mean that one side is like too mean or something? You don't have that problem with analysts, right? I love analysts, and they don't have this problem. They don't have to be switched with diplomats. They don't have to be switched with diplomats. That'd be weird, right? So why is it switched with explorers and sentinels? That doesn't matter, however. But I am thinking of switching it, maybe in the future. I don't know if I'll do it for Dead Open 1, but it's possible that in the future we may actually change it. Ooh, it stopped. I still don't want to go out. Maybe I'll go in a bit. Also, I'm sorry for always holding the camera sideways. Seriously, I'm not disabled or anything. I don't know why that happens, and it's really annoying. I'm watching it back. I'm like, just turn it straight, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm thinking about saying stuff. I'm not looking at the camera, and that's my fault. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. So Zephyr is an INFJ, and I love him. I am an INFJ. I'm like the most stereotypical INFJ, but that's besides the point. Kim is an ENFP. Fuck, I love ENFPs. I'm not even gonna lie. ENFPs are my faves. Kim was always my favorite, even before protagonists came in. But it was such a... You know what's the funny thing? I changed none of the characters. I changed almost no characteristics about the characters before I added the protagonists. Before the protagonists were technically added in 2019 and 2020. But, MBTI, even, long before I added MBTI, these characters acted exactly the same as they do now. And somehow it just perfectly fit that Zephyr is an INFJ, and it perfectly fit that Kim is an ENFP, and it also extremely perfectly fit that 313 is an ESTP. He's such an ESTP. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Sam, Kim's sister. I'm not sure. I'm thinking INFP or ISTJ or something like that. Definitely an I. It is an I. Amity could be an INFP. Ben could be an INTJ or an INTP. That would be completely fine, but maybe an ISTP would be fine, or an ISTJ would also be fine. Zaynton is an ENFJ, and Antonold. INFJ probably. Like I want Zephyr to be like kind of the good-ish INFJ, and then I want Antonov to be like the worst INFJ, right? Like the complete, like a complete rotten opposite. Because that's I mean, each personality can have an exact opposite, but this one especially. You know, you've heard it probably if you're into MBTI that INFJ, you're either Gandhi or Hitler. It's true. Yeah, so we'll have Antonov as Hitler, and we'll have Zephyr as Gandhi, I guess. That's really weird. I've never thought about it that way. Obviously, that's not. That's not. Never mind. Okay. Maybe I'll be wrapping this video soon. Up soon. Man, my vocabulary. What? But yeah, maybe I'll be wrapping this video up soon because I have only like 2 minutes left of recording, which is strange. I usually have a lot more than that. I usually have like half an hour or even 40 minutes. I think it's because I didn't delete the last video I recorded, which I recorded, well, yesterday, which is crazy. No, was it yesterday? Yes. No, it wasn't. It was the day before yesterday that yesterday I uploaded the video, but it was before yesterday. Never mind. Okay. I'm actually running out of time, so maybe I should be wrapping this up. So yeah, Coolio. Coolio is an, fuck, I forgot he's an adventurer. He's also an explorer. He's an adventurer, I think. So 313 is an entrepreneur, and that was so perfect because not only does he have that, oh yeah, I'm cool, bro, let's go, like that kind of personality, which I love. Holy shit, I love 313 also. Yeah, it's like those like really loud, like really loud, like borderline obnoxious. I don't know what that sound was. Borderline obnoxious characters that I just absolutely love. Like their personalities. So like 313 and Kim, just so good. Kinodo, some introverted stuff. Is adventurer? Wait, I guess I can't stop the video. I would check because I have a thing. I don't remember. But yeah. I'm gonna go think. Not there. I never was. I don't know what this is. I don't know what place this is. I just came there because it started being shitty. Even though I like rain, but that was a little too much, okay? That was a little too much. The way it is right now, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I guess see you next time. I'll try and work on the document, and I'll try and do other things, and thank you, I guess. Are there any other characters I want to say? Always when I end these videos, I'm gonna think about it for a second. Wait a second. Oh yeah, Linden Door is like some Sentinel stuff. Oh yeah, wait, Marlu Gallows. He's like a ENTP, I think, like an ENTP. Oh, I meant to end. And Scarlet Gallows is like INFP2 or something, or like